Greetings, you absolute cretins of YouTube. Welcome back to another video. My name is Ash, and today we're talking about a special band. The band in question is Spiritbox, a three-piece metalcore act who had their first EP come out in 2017. That's when they really started, and then the following album release came out in 2021, which is the point of discussion today. And make sure to sit tight, because at the end of the video I will give the score. The album in question is called Eternal Blue and was released October 27th, so let's get right freaking into it, man. I usually start with production, so we'll start there. The entire album is incredibly sleek and incredibly well done. They kind of sound like every other metalcore band in some certain sense, but I can't really fault the band for wanting to sound good, because the modern metalcore sound is kind of the industry standard, and I can't really fault them for wanting to sound good, because goddamn, they really do sound good. Spiritbox as a band and an aesthetic is extremely innovative and inspiring, and I think it's sending a great message to the alternative and metal community. It's pretty clear from interviews, podcasts, and other written products that the two figureheads, Courtney LaPlante and Mike, are extremely talented and hardworking individuals who have been in the industry for a very long time.
They're two people who have built themselves from the ground up, from baseline level nothingness to two very talented and very capable individuals who have now broken up from the sea of shit that is the music industry, and I think it's very respectable. While they haven't had a huge breakout hit or extremely popular, catchy, hooky song, they've performed consistently at an above average rate, and I think that is kind of the theme for Eternal Blue. It is an above average album. And you thought I was getting off track and was going to talk about them, but not today, bitch. That's probably going to be in another video. While every song is not built equal, every song is at the very least a good song. The album has a really nice gent flavor and doesn't indulge in being super genty, because it doesn't really use it as a gimmick. You know, a lot of modern guitar players and bands don't really understand this, and it's kind of like, oh, funny sound. Gent. And that's kind of what they use as the song, but Spiritbox grasped the fact that you can use that in music and not have it be the music, so you can actually have good songs with gent. The album is a big series of extremely heavy parts with Courtney belting incredibly good screams. She's a very good screamer. And then followed by melodic sections, which are incredibly beautiful. Courtney LaPlante, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but she's an incredibly talented vocalist. She's definitely one of the best to be in the modern metal scene. She's so technical, so capable, and she's been doing it for such a long time, and you can really tell when she sings. And it's hard to criticize the whole album when Courtney singing is on the entire album. Where I have to praise the album with songwriting, I also have to criticize it with songwriting. Every song is good, again, but there's not a ton of hooks. There's not a lot of super catchy parts, a lot of parts you can really hook onto, and when every song is good, the great is not as easy to shine through the good, and it kind of muddies up the whole thing. Sun Killer is the first and favorite song of the album, and then after that, the album clocks in at like 43 minutes, so already my attention needs to be kept, and I don't think the songs have enough staying power for me to be super duper involved. Don't get me wrong, there's a ton of highlights. Yellow Jacket is so awesome, I love the transition from Hurt You. Secret Garden is so cool, and Constance is such a pretty song. It's so haunting. I love the lyrics. Those are probably the best lyrics of the album, and again, Courtney's voice is so gorgeous when it accompanies these incredible lyrics, but by the time you reach that song, which is the last song on the album, my ability to stay involved is already super waned. And I don't want to rip into the band too much. I don't want to rip in this album too much, because I love this band. I think they prove that anybody can get into music and get into the industry with enough hard work and enough intelligence when it comes to managing the industry. But I think that every Spiritbox album after this will be even better and better, and this one just is struggling to hold my attention, but otherwise it's still an above average album. I can't rate it lower than that. It's just hard to get to the end because there's a lot of like good. There's not a ton of incredibly hooky and catchy things. It's just a lot of pretty good. It definitely gets easier to get through the entire album by the end, but still, my attention is definitely not 100% by the end. It's more like like 45. This album is really important. Well, I think every Spiritbox album will be more and more improved, and I think it will be even more and more important and further the band's career even more. I don't really think at this point that Courtney and Mike will fuck this up anymore, or not anymore. They didn't fuck it up at all, but I think they're not gonna fuck it up. I think they're gonna keep doing better and better, and I think this album might be not as memorable as it is right now, but I'm really grateful it exists. This album gets a 7 out of 10. It's a little rough, but how can I get an envy lower? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ash. Check out my other reviews. Hit subscribe, like, tell me your thoughts below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.